Welcome to the George FTT YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss all things round 15, so should be good. And we'll get into it. So 2,177 we scored, which is alright. Went up a bit and ranked 765. So I think we've gone up about 900 in the ranks over the buys. We did flip 2 premiums, so that definitely made a big difference. Those were Matt Crouch and Tim English. Crouch had to go in English. For Grundy, I think was fine because we needed an 18th this week. But we did have that young Brown from Melbourne, so ranks, so whatever. I've been promising the Discord since I started that I'll take them to South Croatia if I ever win. Not happening, unfortunately, this year, but too many mistakes again. But the fact that we're 700, we've made a lot of mistakes. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but Also, under the weather again. This is the third time I've called in sick this year, and not ideal. My whole family's got this flu at the moment, except for my mum. But just very vulnerable to getting sick, which is a big problem. And what does Ab say? Making me very upset, something like that. And very frustrating. So I'm gonna get this sorted out. Maybe check deficiencies and stuff. But maybe I take my diet too strict because I have so many random health issues that I can't get on top of, but back to the drawing board, I guess. But we'll survive. We'll be right. We'll get into the team today. But I don't know if we'll do a pod this week. We will if I'm well enough, but very drained, achy, all that. Can't seem to shake this flu and headache, but yeah. Our captain was Grundy. We VC'd Grundy, and we didn't actually mean to. We were messing around with vice captains, and I didn't realise the game had started, and it was stuck on Grundy. I was actually going to do Gawn into Flanders, but we accidentally went to Grundy, and that got us. We would have gone Flanders, would not have taken Gawn. So that got us 8 points, which matters, which is nice. We had 18. We just scraped through. I think Sexton was a bit of a sweat this week. Just a little bit of doubt on what would happen with him, but we'll get to him soon. Footy was... I watched most of the footy in bed this week. Some games I had such a bad headache I couldn't even watch. So I think Friday night, my headache was way too bad. I couldn't watch, but did watch most of the other stuff. That was the Mr. TDK domination. That would have been a nice pod, but Grundy's fine too. TDK ceiling's a little bit frightening, and it'd be nice to have him. And then same with LDU. LDU's got going, but LDU's had like a dream 3 fixture, last 3. His last 5. I think his last 5's 130. It's like Essendon, Port's not playing that well. The Eagles no good. Collingwood midfield no good. Melbourne midfield no good. So he's had a nice run. It gets a little bit tougher now for him, but regardless, it's been a nice pod. But my stubbornness with durability is I'm just too stubborn. I can't find another word. But footy in general was I think more Port is the intriguing one. Like I wasn't feeling great this morning, but still, first thing I did when I woke up, besides calling sick, was chuck SEN on. Was keen to see Kane Corns talk about Port. Time to go for Kenny, and if you ask Port supporters, it was time to go 3, 4, maybe 5 years ago. And I think it's a good thing that he got booed because the supporters have been treated like shit at that club. They're not heard, they're not listened to, and they were right all along. And Koshi's a moron too. I don't like him. He made fun of Christianity on Sunrise. I didn't like that. So I hate him for that. But regardless, I don't know. Porter, he has to go now. But what they do, I don't know. It's a bit like Koshi and Kenny are probably pretty close. So it's kind of hard for them to cut ties in any way, whereas it's like much more difficult when you're tight. And then with like the Crows list manager is the son of one of Rashuto's close mates, and the Crows list is lots of list management errors, like trying to build a list, trying to build a midfield with second and third rounders, no developing ruck, 2 firsts for Petty, throwing the sink at Oliver and Yo. Like, it's just not very, very reckless and irresponsible list management. But, close mates, like, what are you supposed to say? You don't want to ruin your friendship. So, the old saying, business and friendships don't mix, and it's true. I guess it can work sometimes, but you can see when it blows up, it really blows up. Probably the other thing was, Luke Ryan. I wasn't mad, but you probably seen it by now. But there's an article in one of the, I think it's the West, and you probably know by now. But Justin Longmuir had a go at his team for stat padding, and they showed examples to the team. They didn't name names, but they showed examples, and you can bet your house that Luke Ryan was in those examples. And basically what's happened is he's gone in fantasy. He's gone from clear D1, just about, to, like, people want to trade him out now because he's gone 270s in DT, and his SuperCoach has been all right, but clearly he's got the memo of stop chipping it in the pocket from a kick in, getting it back, chipping it to the other side, running up, getting it back, and then holding play for longer. Like, it's happened too much. So I wasn't mad. I was just annoyed that I wish Justin Longmuir called this out a long time ago, because the last 5 games for Clark, before, I think there was a 5-game stretch recently, maybe not including the last 2 games, where Ryan and Clark were averaging 140, both of them 140 of their 5-round average in DT, which is insane. And that's like prime Dame Swan numbers, like Dane Swan prime on a hot streak, 5-round 140 DT. So pretty absurd numbers. So it felt like they doubled down on their chipping it around, but I think it went too far the other way, and Justin Longmuir put his foot down. So now it feels like, what is Luke Ryan? Is he D1 anymore? I don't think so. It's probably Sheezel or Nick, but Nick's getting tagged a lot, so it might end up being Sheezel. But I hate this game sometimes, and I enjoyed, like, I don't even want him to do well. Like, he should have given away a 50, stepped over the marker. I was like, pay that ump, and I have him. Like, I don't even care. But 3-round of 98, 670k. Paying up has not worked more often than not. But defense is all right. Like, Sheezel's good. Houston's solid. 102 on debut. Not gonna get upset. We're starting to cook now, and 2 bad fixtures, but at his home deck, which is good. How many more NG? 1. What's MO? Canberra. We'll call that. I don't know if that's a big round or not. 1, 2. Only 3 more at NG, which is a bit annoying. I think Adelaide Oval should be alright. Richmond should be alright. Melbourne should be alright. MCG's fine. I think the fixture's fine. Just sort of penciled in like a 50 or a 60 against James Jordan, but he was really able to outrun him. So I think the frustration with Whitfield was he was only giving us like 95, basically. Maybe less since we got him in. Maybe like 92 we got from him up until the past few weeks, while Luke Ryan gave owners 130. So that was a 300 point. Going Whitfield over Ryan, we lost 300 points, which was, you don't really recover from that. And then Nick Martin, I don't know what his role is. Is CBA's half forward, half back? I don't know. But he's scoring points this week, but did play West Coast. So it's a weak point in the team, but nothing you can do about it. I think the fixture's good coming up. Geelong, Geelong, Collingwood. Melbourne's pretty good, so hopefully you can get some good scores. But and they don't even look. What is this? Who schedules this? They don't leave Victoria for 10 weeks. Unbelievable. Maybe I'm salty because SA footy's in the dumpster at the moment, but look, he's fine, I guess. I don't know. I think the problem is you got like Sinclair and Chris is cooking, and I think Dale will cook as well. So that's where you lose the points. Midfield, we love Errol. He's so good. A bit lucky, only because Matt Crouch went down. But yeah, 3 round to 138. Made 90k for us already. So yeah, unbelievable player. And yeah, Tog's gone up. I don't know what the CBAs were, but yeah, if you went LDU, I guess Neil was fine, but it's just the tags. Like, does he cop Neil Bullen this week? Who knows? But I feel like they're just going to get smashed regardless. So yeah, Dunkley as well. All the options were pretty good. I think LDU is probably the most reliable in terms of scoring because the roll's a bit better, but I trust Errol a bit more to stay on the park. Well, a lot more. So I like Errol. Maybe I'm thinking I weigh too much into durability, and maybe it's backwards thinking. I don't know, but we see like Parrish and Josh Kelly, like, same guys doing soft tissues and stuff. But like I won't harp on about that. But at least he's had a full preseason and he's young. LDU. Merritt was great. Strong was good. Butters was good. Went head to head with Neil. Dawson out. Well, I think the biggest weak point at the moment is it's Martin in defence. I think Rao, I think, is... You could have said Tom Green. It still could be Tom Green, but Rao is definitely the weak point here. Even, Whitfield, Martin, Rao, Green, Sexton, Moore, I think they're the weak points in the team where any given week there's sort of a bit of a nervous own. Like, are they going to give me a 70 or an 80 or something? I don't know. So, yeah, it's... hopefully it all comes out in the wash and they can do 100 plus. I don't think Moore and Sexton will do that, but hopefully the others can. But even that's not enough. Like, we need 110s and stuff. So, yeah, LDU's going... If he goes 125 plus and Rao goes 100, that's pretty big. There's 200 points difference to now and the end of the year, which is just too much. But nothing we can do about it now. But yeah, Rao, I don't know. We paid $640 for this. Embarrassing. But I think the issue here is he's got this North game. This is a good matchup. Collingwood at home. I mean, I couldn't really ask for much better. Hopefully that's at night. Oh, it's Saturday Arvo. Hopefully it's Dewey by then. I don't know. Is it always Dewey there? More tackles and ground ball and stuff. But yeah, maybe I will Phillips tag. That's when I brought him in. He got tagged by Phillips when I brought him in. He got tagged by Dunkley and Phillips. So that was sort of a bit annoying. And then he's just going, like, a few crap scores. And he doesn't even have that many home games. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 9. 3 out of 8 of the last... Yeah, 3 out of the last 8. But, like, Richmond should be a good matchup. I mean, West Coast, hopefully, is a good matchup. I don't know if it is or not, but usually does alright against West Coast. Not sure. I don't think I'm a bit worried about this Brisbane game, but other than that, I don't think it's like the most difficult matchup, difficult run. But yeah, a bit worried about this tag potentially. Gordon Grundy, good. Yeah, pretty cool to have Gordon Grundy still relevant, still top 2, maybe. Maybe TDK will have something to say about that, but regardless, Grundy's got that hunger back for sure. Just watching him, bit of an animal, following up, really, really physical. Yeah, been a brilliant pickup. Like, it's interesting. I know Kane Corn said in the preseason you can't give away quality players to your competitors and get basically nothing in return. And I know this happens in esports a bit, where they like contract players and then they'd rather put them in like the academy leagues than trade them just because they don't want to make their competitors stronger. It's happened a lot there, so I understand that, but also I'm not sure there's a salary cap, so there's a bit of a difference there. But Grundy been outstanding. He's had a nice run though as well. Like I think the fixture's okay. Like played against Geelong, their rucks are horrific at the moment. They're playing a key defender at the moment in the ruck. He's not... didn't see him, but like first game, pure ruck. Strawn was uncompetitive, and then Briggs is sort of struggling at the moment, and Grundy just didn't only kill him in the ruck, but as soon as the follow-up, the ball hit the deck, Grundy left him for dead. So I think the biggest issue Grundy has is he leaves points on the table with clangers, and he'll miss point blank handballs, like contested ones. So, like contested handball turns into a clanger too much, and that kills him, or ineffective. So that's Grundy, though he's been doing that all year, so it's not really going to correct. But yeah, Flanders has been very good this year. He's played midfield in Q4. It's where he belongs, and I think like us fantasy coaches, we don't know better than actual coaches, but we do watch certain players very closely, and I don't think Dimmer was that familiar with Flanders when he started playing midfield, because he kind of went on holiday last year when Flanders moved into the mids, but the game started to turn when he went into the midfield, and it might be good for Sexton because I can see Flanders staying in the midfield, and I think it'd be ridiculous if he got moved out, so I think he stays there. I'd be staggered if he goes back to halfback, but Dimmer likes him there, so who knows. And that means Sexton, I guess the issue with Sexton now is he's got to go with the big boys. Like there's no, 80s were fine when he's your F6 before you finish your team, but not anymore. Now Cordwell went big, Kerno went pretty big, Rankin's back. All of a sudden we could be losing 30 points a week in this slot if Sexton can't go with them. So I think I'm going to hold again and maybe loop Joe Richards or something. I don't know. When does Joe play? Oh, they play each other, for fuck's sake. Hopefully he does come back anyway. Can't loop. I wonder if we can loop next week. No, we can. Who knows? But I think I'll hold Sexton for now. But I can't get to Cordwell. I can get to Kerno. I don't think we can... Oh, I think we can get Rankin if we did this. No, Rankin's forward only. Oh, we can if we get... As if we don't have enough 102Ks. Whole team's 102K, 1, 2, who cares? I don't know. If you guys see something that I'm not seeing, let me know. I kind of would rather use 3 trades, let Dowling, Richards, like this will take a month, but maybe Garcia comes back, and that's sort of wishful. But we don't have money. Like, there's no money here. Richards has to come back and make money, or we got no chance at a 23rd, so... Or maybe we grab Ari next week and he can be our D7 and I don't know. We'll see, but yeah. And the other forwards were fine. Like Fisher's improved, I think. I didn't think much of him, but I thought he had to bite off a few difficult kicks towards the end and he nailed them, which was good for him. Zorko is fine, and then Heaney's Heaney, so we love Isaac, but yeah. Dylan Moore, a bit of a tough own at times, but also had a few brilliant weeks, but that's it from me, I think. Yeah, I'd like to get a 23rd, but this is where people are getting their ranking, getting 23rd, so maybe they can, I don't know, loop, but I still think, for me, the objective is to just, if Bont needs a week off, Merritt gets like a 1 week suspension or something, just as example, that's where your 23rd becomes useful. I don't want to trade Merritt for 1 week, I just want to cover him, just as an example, but knowing Merritt pretty much never misses, but yeah. That's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.